Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Microsoft Windows Azure show here. Let's talk about Azure Storage today, and we will talk everything about Azure Storage, like including the different scenarios, including the securities, including the disaster recoveries, and try to cover 70533 quest. So I have a resource group called 70533 here, and there are two storage accounts inside that. I want to take you through what the type of storage accounts they are and what it does and how it works. So basically, there are four services being offered. One is the blob, files, tables, and a queue. And I want to share a quick configuration details here that going to show that this is standard account, but there is one that comes with a premium here. And if it is a premium, then it's a different story. But this is the standard right now. The difference between both of them is the performance as usual. The premium is having more I/O capabilities, the input output capabilities, less latencies and delay in the sense of retrieving or making a transaction in a storage account. There are four types of replication here. It's very important to know. There is no ZRS is being shown, but that's the fourth type, as I mentioned. The local replication redundant storage, geo-redundant storage, read access geo-redundant storage. So I specifically choose RAGRS called read access geo-redundant storage. That means this storage account is geo-redundant and read-only. It's a copy of the same files or same storage materials are available into different geolocations, and there are 6 copies available for RAGRS. And we're gonna see and retrieve what we'll do in the disaster recovery state for this in a couple of minutes. So that's good to know this. There is a shared access signature that we can put as a security for this kind of a storage account. What it does actually is the shared access signature is a URI and grant a restricted access rights to Azure Storage resources based on the permissions, based on the resource type, based on the services that they allow, like a blob, file, queue, table, based on a time and start date, expiry date, allowing IP addresses, range of specific IP addresses, and HTTPS, which is more secure. And there is a signing key that's a pair of keys that's available here. I'm gonna quick look on that because I'm not gonna share this more details here, but it's like there are access keys available there that you need to take care of it. What we're gonna do right now, the very next thing is encryption. This is a new stuff and new feature that is being introduced by Microsoft recently for encrypting your storage account. So storage service encryption protects your data at rest. This is again a security feature for encrypting a storage account and storage data. So this is cool stuff. I enable it. This is a new service, pretty new service, and hopefully this is something that quite quick one. But I want to show you quick with the API. And the best thing I'm showing you right now is the Visual Studio 2017. I just installed 2017, and the portal way of creating a storage account, handling a storage account. But let's see how API, the Microsoft SDKs for the storage account, the Microsoft.Windows Azure Storage, blob, and a file. So you can extend it to more, but I'm just using right now a blob storage, for example, today here. So I simply create a solution and a project within called storage client library dash Bhrugu, and it has a program.cs as well as app.config file here. So let's quickly look at what app.config has. It has secret information that right now I'm not sharing much, but app.config keeps your connection string. Basically, what connection string is having a key and account name, storage account name, And what I'm doing is right now I'm trying to retrieve the connection string using a cloud configuration manager class. So cloud configuration manager class is part of the Microsoft.Azure. So you had to have this guy available here, this namespace called Microsoft.Azure. And they're gonna give you an access to cloud configuration manager. So you can retrieve a connection strings that reside in the app.config. Maybe in the next video, I'm gonna take the key vaults and create a wrapper and try to store the key into the key vault with Azure Active Directory handshake client ID. But that's going to be more secure and more advanced. So I'm gonna take it to the next video. Right now, just using connection string with the regular key. And probably the next step would be to create a blob client here. So I create a blob client, and this is a storage account that I'm creating. Create a blob client here. Now I'm retrieving a container. So every storage account has containers within that. Let me take you through that one first. So let's say a storage account. Let's say talk about this one here. This storage account has a container inside. So we need to create a container if you wanted to store something, if you wanted to work on it. But let me take you to the this one here because my code is more aligned to the test store code storage account. Okay, perfect. So let's see how many containers here. Folks, take a look. There are two containers already available here. My code has created the new one. We'll go through the code and see how it works. But this is a container, and the access type is a blob. See, so I want to show something here, the URL, which is a unique URL, and this is where the access policy for the container. So storage account and the container here, and inside that container services. Okay, so now uh, we wanted to see something. I'm putting the access type right now, a container, and save it. It saves successfully. So here, this container has an access type container, and what we're gonna see right now is we're gonna go to the code quickly, try to run the code. What the code does is it will try to detect the container and then change the access type or set permission to the public access called block. Let's run it, see what we do. Put my